Okay, so we've gone over several ways to get our data into Domo. And if I look here, if I look at my data sets, we have our web form way, we have our direct file upload way, we have our email way, we have our connector through Google Sheets way. That's just one of the connectors. If I go here and you look down, there are so many connectors that we can start to use, okay? And I want to show you just some other methods of what we can do. Now, let's say you have an Excel file. I'm going to show you something really cool. If I go to Excel, there's a Domo plugin. How do I get that Domo plugin? Well, if I go to More, let me close this one. If I go to More, Admin, and if I go to this little triple dot on the bottom, Tool Downloads. Here is where you can download some things. Like you could download this Office add-in, specifically Outlook if you want, this Domo Excel thing, PowerPoint thing, right? This Office one is what we're going to use, and the Excel one to do this little nifty trick. If you download that, install it, well, all that stuff. So if you're using Excel, here's a very nifty trick that you can do right now. Once you download the plugin and you connect your account to Excel, you can hit upload. So you can make changes into your Excel and you can hit upload in here and it'll go to Domo and make a data set. Now, that's amazing. The little con with it is manual, right? It requires you to do it, to hit this upload button. So I don't like doing that, but it's a really cool trick on how to get Domo data from Excel. Okay, but I want to show you some other ways just so you're aware about it. If we go to the top, this workbench thing, this is a program that you can download to upload really massive files if you really need to. Like I'm talking million, 2 million plus row files. You want to use this workbench thing if you need to do it that way. Okay, you can also hook up into different servers if you have access to those, like through Access and stuff like that, to get this data. Okay, but what if we don't see our connector? If I hit this little cloud icon after hitting data and I don't see my connector that I need because my company or my vendor that I'm trying to use doesn't have one on here, well, what do we do? And let's say we can't do the email thing, we can't do the file upload thing for some reason. Well, we have a couple other ways that we can do. One way that we could do is this SFTP. Okay, so if you hit this CSV thing, we can do here SFTP pool, this one on the bottom. What I'm saying is an SFTP, what it means is a secure file transfer portal. And what you can do here is you can put in your credentials. So what this SFTP thing is this is like if you ever go to a very old school bank where if you have to give something and they have the bulletproof glass, they have you open a little vault on the side. You put in whatever you need, you close it, they open it on the other side. That's what an SFTP is, okay? So if you have your credentials here, like your host name, your username, your password, you can enter it all in here. You can have your vendor, if they have the ability, to put their data into an SFTP, and then you can just pull from it. And this could be scheduled too. So this is pretty cool, okay? We can go over that way later. That's one way that you can do. Another way is this one. I like you to type in JSON, JSON, right? It's like JSON Derulo. Okay, we're going to hit this JSON no code one right here. Use recommended. And what this is some companies have API. So we might not have a connector for them in Domo, but we have an API potentially. If you have API access and you might need something called an API key, which is like a little key that you use to unlock it, you have all that stuff. What you can do is you could hook up the API from whatever program to Domo directly, and that's how you can pull it in. Now, all APIs are very different. I don't want to go into this right now. It's highly technical. I would suggest you find a technical resource on your team that knows how to do APIs, or you contact your AE and schedule some time with your solutions consultant or something like that. Domo has helped me do this multiple times with other people. Fantastic way to get data as well. Okay, so in addition to what we went over, we have Workbench, SFTPs, we have this API JSON no code thing. We also have webhooks, if you know what that stuff is. If I hit connector again, I do web hook. There we go. We have this too. It's another form. It's kind of like the API thing. Again, highly technical, but another great way to get all our groceries into our kitchen.